Hey, I thought I'd take some time today, since I'm wearing my Toxic Dissident shirt here, to show everybody why I'm known as the Toxic Marshal. As you know, I'm the most toxic person in the gun community. And I'm toxic because I don't put up with other people's shit. I call them out on their garbage. I'm old, as you can see from these gray whiskers. I don't have time for people's bullshit. If you want to play around and put up with garbage and not call people out, that's fine. You go ahead and do that, but I don't got time for that. So I call people out, and I guess that makes me toxic. To me, it seems like unless the person I'm calling out is actually not doing anything wrong, I don't see that as toxic. But, other people see differently. In fact, someone left a comment in my video yesterday, and that's what I'm talking about here tonight. It's why I'm here. They said, it's so funny that you could criticize all these other channels and you can scrutinize them, but no one's allowed to scrutinize or criticize you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? My comment section is often nothing but scrutiny and criticism. And you know what? I don't care. For one, I don't got time to go through and delete all that stuff. And two, there's nothing wrong with criticism. If someone calls me out on something legit, that's something I should answer for. I got no problem answering to my audience. Now, if they just say something like, you voted for Hillary. No, I never have. Never been a Democrat, never voted for Clinton. I did vote for Bill Clinton the second time he ran. But the first time he ran, but not the second time. So didn't vote for Hillary. So things like that, no, I'm not going to respond to. But if someone has a valid complaint against me, I have no problem responding. I want people to criticize me. That's how you grow. Is when you get criticized and you pay attention. Now, you don't have to openly answer every attack someone makes against you, but you can still learn from them if they're valid. I make certain promises to my audience, and if I don't keep them, you should call me out on it. Now, you might say, what are those promises? Well, I think I've made pretty clear where I stand on most things when it comes to the Second Amendment. I am absolutely a no-compromise person. I might be left of center of a lot of things, but not on the Second Amendment. I am absolutely, the Second Amendment is the adamant law, and I will not compromise on that. I see compromise as nothing more than incremental surrender. So I think people know where I stand. But I thought, maybe I should vocalize the other more, vague aspects of my channel. Not vague, but, more esoteric, I should say. Thought I should vocalize them today. So if you see me break these or go against what I say here, you can call me out on it. So I thought I'd give you a few promises here, like 5 about, that I always plan to keep. Now, the first one I'm going to give you here is, I promise to, whenever possible, help anyone that's fighting the good fight for the Second Amendment. If you're out there doing good things, like Simon Says Train with the diversity shoot, I'm going to help you if I can. I don't have to have a self-centered reason to help you. I don't have to have my hand in the cookie jar. I don't have to make any money. You don't have to pay me. I don't have to get notoriety. I don't have to even be involved. I want to help people that are fighting the good fight, especially smaller channels that need more face time with the gun community. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to be involved in every fight and show up at every, bar mitzvah or whatever. It's just I'm going to help when I can. I'm one person. Keep that in mind. I try to always be helping somebody. Doesn't mean I'm going to be involved in everything. But if you do come to me with something, don't think, well, I better sweeten the deal and there better be something in it for him, because there doesn't have to be something in it for me as long as you're fighting the good fight. If anyone ever sees me do differently, let me know. Now, the next one is, I'll never say anything that I don't actually believe. I'm not going to say I'll be right all the time. I might, so far so good. But I won't say it if I don't believe it. I won't say, not even as much, I won't even go as far as to say oh yeah, this gun has a 6 for a trigger on a scale from 1 to 10. When it's really a 2, just because I want that company to send me another test gun. I'm not going to lie just to get free test guns. I'm not going to lie about anything. I'm not going to state that my opinion about something is different than it is just because I think that opinion will be more popular. Like with Philando Castile. I was all over that right away when a lot of people in the gun community were like, fuck him, and no one wanted to speak up. I knew I was going to get a lot of shit for speaking up. I still did it. If I believe something, I will say it. If I don't believe it, I won't say it. At least not outside of, sarcasm and satire. I mean, I think that's okay. But when I'm talking seriously, unfortunately, some people don't know what sarcasm or satire is, and they think everything is gospel. I don't know how these people function in society when they think every little bit of sarcasm is real. But that's just one promise I'll make to you. If I say it, I believe it. If I believe it, I won't remain silent, and I also won't alter my opinion to make it more popular. That's one promise I always intend to keep. To be honest till it hurts. And I do that quite often. I've proven myself to be quite good at that. I think a lot of you know that. Another promise is I won't ask you to do anything I don't do. If I didn't show up at my state capitol for rallies, I wouldn't ask you to do it. But I do it, so I ask you to do it. If I didn't show up at city hall meetings, I wouldn't ask you to do it, but since I do it, I ask you to do it. I wouldn't ask you to write your senators. I wouldn't ask you to write your congressmen if I didn't do it, but I do it. I don't ask you to do anything I won't do. I won't ask you to donate to any cause, support any organization, etc., unless I also put my money where my mouth is. If I ask you to give to it, I'm going to give to it. Like I said, I won't ask you to do anything I won't do. I won't ask you to do everything I do. But if I ask you to do it, it's something I also do. I'm not going to ask you give hand jobs to truckers for free guns or anything. If you want to, that's on you, but I'm not going to ask you to do it. It doesn't mean I don't do it. It doesn't mean I'm not going to ask you everything that I don't do. But to get back to the topic here. Another big promise, and this is going to sound like a weird one. This is one I definitely want you to call me on. I am never going to ask you to pay my bills or buy my gear. Period. I am a grown-ass man. I'll pay my bills. If I need a new computer for my channel or a new camera, I'll buy it. This is my gig here. I'm doing this. I'll pay for it. If my dog gets sick and I have to sell everything I own to pay the vet bill, I'll pay the vet bill. It's my dog. I might ask you to pay other people's vet bills because they can't afford to, but I won't ask you to pay mine. Not going to do that. I just don't think that's right. I pay my own bills. I am a strong, confident black woman. I pay my own bills. So I'm not going to ask you to do that. I'm especially not going to say, I need a new camera or I need a new computer or else I'm not going to be on YouTube anymore. And then a week later be driving a new Harley or a new sports car, etc. Period. I pay my bills. I buy my supplies. I won't ever ask you to do it. If I do, call me on it because I've made a big mistake if I do that because that irritates me a lot. A lot of people like to complain about e-begging. I don't think saying, hey, go over and donate to the GOA is e-begging. I don't think, hey, go support this program is e-begging. I think, hey, buy me a new computer. I think that's e-begging. Hey, pay my bills. I think that's e-begging. So I won't do that. And the number one promise I will make to my viewers, and I hope to always be able to keep this one, I will never put profit before progress when it comes to the Second Amendment. That's one of my biggest pet peeves with a lot of channels. They become a business and then therefore profit comes first. They can't speak out against certain things because it might hurt their business. They can't say what they think because they might lose customers or supporters. Or even worse, they stay silent about certain things because it's good for business. Or they say things they don't believe because it's good for business. Or they support things like red flag laws and, garbage like that because it pumps up gun sales and they own, big stock in selling as many guns as possible. And I also won't try to rile people into a frenzy just to promote my business, try to get views, to try to make people act irrationally, just to have them all riled up and watch my channel and donate to my channel, etc. I won't do that. That doesn't get us anywhere. That does not make progress towards making the Second Amendment stronger in this country. I like people to act rationally, so I'm not going to do any of that. I will never put profit before progress. I'm not about discount codes. I'm not about free swag. I'm not about, pumping up sales on my web page, my Etsy page, my Amazon page, or whatever. This is not what this channel is about. This channel is about progress for the Second Amendment. The Yankee Marshal, which is not a real person, but it's me, is all about the Second Amendment. And that's what this channel is going to be all about. And those are the promises I make to you. If I break any of them, don't you dare not call me out. Because if I start breaking these promises, I've probably been replaced by like a scroll or a robot with a fake face on it or something. Because I can't see me breaking these. So like I said, if you see me do anything other contrary to what I just said, let me know, because I'll definitely deserve the criticism.